If I really, really want something, I'm going for it.
Get your money, sis, fuck a hater. Get your money, sis, get your weight up. Making money move, I ain't mad at you. Yeah, it's all about the cream and getting money, sis. Get your money, sis, fuck a hater.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to 2 Cent Tuesdays with Jenny, where you will be getting my unsolicited, unapologetic opinion about what's going on in the world today. So, what I want to talk about today, usually I would talk about celebrities or something of the sort, or something that everybody's buzzing about, but I haven't come across anything that I really care to talk about. So I am on Facebook. I wasn't for many, many years, but I'm back on Facebook, and must I say, it is so entertaining with the memes and things that people post. It's so entertaining. So I had came across this post that said how men feel about women approaching them, but I'm going to flip the script because I don't have a man here. Maybe I'll do a part 2 to this where I will have a man give his opinion on it. Holla at me. Let me know who's down for doing that. So I have to flip the script a little and do it my way because it's 2 Cent Tuesdays with Jenny. And so the question is, women making the first move, does that make her desperate, slutty, or just bold? Let me know in the comments down below. Please, especially you fellas, let me know what you guys think. So when I say making the first move, that could mean when women find someone attractive and they decide to approach the man, or even when it comes to sex and they make the first move. Does that make them desperate, slutty, or just bold? So that's what I mean by making the first move. It could be sexually, or it could just be simply approaching someone. Now, my 2 cents on it, really, really fast. I don't think it makes a woman desperate nor slutty if she makes the first move. Now, the post that I saw, that was their words, not mine. Doesn't make her desperate or slutty. And I've seen other posts about that saying, does it make her weird? Does it make her desperate? Does it make her needy? In my personal opinion, not necessarily. That doesn't mean that. I mean, some women, it could mean that. But I know I'm the type that if I really, really find something attractive, if I really, really want something, I'm going for it. And I'm just being honest. I've done it in the past. I've done it before. Does that make me desperate? Absolutely not. But, you know, I've been in situations where you're making googly eyes back and forth. You catching the vibe, but, you know, he doesn't step up to the plate. He doesn't make a move. So it's just like, F it. Like, somebody has to be the first one to do it. So why not me? The worst that they can say is, no, thank you. I have a girlfriend or whatever. I'm married. And then it's like, okay, fine. But you can only really make that move when you're not afraid of rejection. This is why I feel like a woman who makes the first move is bold. We're used to guys always approaching, catcalling, being the first one to make a move. It's the typical cliche, but a woman making the first move, I feel like there's nothing wrong with that. Now, some women do get to a point of desperation where they are fiending to find that man, and they're like, I don't care. I'm going to give him my number. You know, some women do get to that point. I don't want to say slutty. I don't know what would make a woman slutty by making the first move. I don't think that would make her slutty at all. Unless, you know, she meets a guy and like, hey, let's go into the bathroom. Like, you know, that'll be a little bit overboard for me. But I just say it's being bold. I don't see anything now. I don't know how men take it when women approach them. So I'm just going to tell my little story. My first serious relationship. I don't want to say I made the move first, because we were like young and it was still like, hey, can you go tell so-and-so I like him, like that type of thing. But I was the first one to put it out there, like, tell so-and-so I like him, or, trying to get people to, let him know how I was feeling. I was the first one to make that move. And gave me a hard time, but eventually I got him. And we lasted for a very, very long time. And I don't think anything was wrong. That didn't make me desperate. That didn't make me slutty. That was me seeing something that I really liked. And I wanted to date him. I wanted to see what he was about. Another time I saw a guy. I was out with my sister. It was one of those, he's looking at me, I'm looking at him, but nobody's saying anything. Like, the eyes just kept locking. Like, it was a whole lot of that all night. And the night was almost over, and I'm like, God, is this guy gonna make a move? What the hell? Like, he's so cute. I wanna talk to him. But he would not make a move. And don't get me wrong, like, some guys are shy. Like, whether you guys want to believe it, like, every guy is not a macho man. Every guy is not big and bold and ready to, some guys are actually shy. Some guys are actually timid, and they don't know how to approach a female, because sometimes females can be a little rude, a little nasty when a guy approached them and they don't like them. But he did, like I said, he didn't make a move, and the place was about to close. And I'm like, listen, I'm not leaving this place until I say something. Like, I had to say something. Even if it was just hi, I had to, like, everything in me was saying, just approach him. So as we were all headed to the exit, I just motioned him to come over here. And my sister looked at me like, are you crazy? What are you doing? I said, listen, somebody had to make the move. And he's like, me? Like, yes, you come here. And he came, and we went outside, and we chopped it up, had a nice conversation, and we exchanged numbers, and we talked for a little while after that. Now, had I not made that move, I would have just been always like, damn, what if he was so cute? So if you see something, go for it. Who cares? Don't be ashamed. Don't be embarrassed. The worst they could say is no. I feel like if somebody is attractive, whether you're a guy or a girl, make the move. You never know. You could be letting go of your future husband or your future wife. Why not just make the move? Does that make you a slut or a desperate person? Absolutely not. Now, if that man or woman rejects you now and you keep pursuing, now you're starting to look a little desperate. Once they say I'm good or I have somebody or whatever, then you let it go. Keep it moving, keep it cute, and move on, okay? I really wish I had a guy here, because I would love to know how you guys feel. Like, when a woman approaches you, does it make you uncomfortable? Does it get you, like, does it throw you off a little bit? Does it come off aggressive? Now, ladies, if you do approach a guy, like, of course you can't come off aggressive, and because that can scare them away a little bit, especially if it's a guy like I said, the guy I approached, I can tell he was a little timid. I don't want to say shy, but I could just tell he wasn't the aggressive type. So I had to make sure not to scare his ass away. So I had to make sure it was just like, hi, how are you? I just, I saw you, wanted to introduce myself. Don't go in like, damn, you look good. Like, don't go in. Don't get crazy. Unless he giving you that type of vibe, ease on down the road. Ease on down the road. Now, When it comes to women making the first move, as far as proposing, that's probably a whole nother video. And as bold as I am, I don't think I will ever get that bold. I don't think I would ever be able to make that type of move and asking a man to marry me. Because in my mind, I feel like if you haven't asked me already, that means you're not ready. If you haven't asked me if I get to the point where I'm ready for marriage and I want to ask you and you haven't yet done it, that tells me one or two things. Either you don't want to marry me or you're not ready to marry me. So by me asking a man to do it is like putting pressure on him, and you're opening the door for you to get your feelings really, really hurt. You know, some guys are going to say yes just because they don't want to embarrass you. But trust and believe, I am a firm believer that a guy is going to marry you when he wants to marry you. And you can't force him to do anything other than that. Like, you can't pressure them. You can't force it. You can't be the first to jump in there and say, hey, because to me, even if my man said yes, I would feel like I forced him. Or I backed him into a corner to where he had to say yes. And I don't want that. Also, when it comes to sex, making the first move when it comes to having sex, I'm going to say from experience, ladies, sometimes they want us to pursue it too. I think women are so used, and I'm not going to say all women. I can't speak for all women. I feel like, but some women are so used to guys being naturally always horny. Like, guys always want to have sex. That's how it comes off. But believe it or not, so do women. Women also want to have sex all the time. But we are the types where, and I'm not saying everybody, I'm just going to speak for me and maybe a few others like me, that we want to be put in the mood. We want to be pursued. And we could be laying in that bed ready to go. But if you don't make that move and if you don't put us in that, it's just not going to happen. As dumb as it sounds. But I had to learn the hard way that it's okay that if you are laying there and he's just over there scrolling his phone and you laying next to him and you like, oh, I'm ready to jump his bones, then jump his bones. Do not wait for him to say, hey, babe, can we da-da-da? It's okay for you to initiate it as well. And a lot of times we want to do it just as bad as they do, but we're just waiting for him to make the move. It's okay for us to make the move too, ladies. So I've been told. Guys like to be pursued as well. It might turn them on even more if they see you fiending to, get it popping with them. So it is okay, ladies, to make the first move. If you like what you see, make it happen. Do not be afraid of a little rejection. But all of that comes with confidence, self-worth, self-love. That all comes with that. So that's something that you have to really, really work on. And once you get to that level of comfort where it's like, okay, you rejected me, it's all good. Your pride hurts a little bit, but you move on to the next one and it's all good, okay? So, to wrap that up, to sum up that question, no, it does not make you look desperate or slutty, ladies, if you make the first move. Now, with that being said, thank you guys for watching as always. Make sure you follow me on all my social medias. Everything will be up top and in the description down below. Okay? Jenny is out.